Hello and welcome back to the Neck for Adventure YouTube channel. My name is AJ and I'm very excited for today's YouTube video. As an action sports athlete, I often get asked what I do in the off season to prepare me to participate in these sports, specifically skiing. And for the past couple years, I've really just answered yoga. Yoga helps with stability, mobility, balance, strength, and some unexpected perks that I've seen is just an improved overall mind-body connection, mindset, and breath. And I believe in this modality so much that I went and got my yoga teacher training certification so that I can be knowledgeable to share this philosophy with my community. And I kind of wanted to combine these two worlds, this yoga world and this action sports world, specifically skiing. And I wanted to create a series of just short flows that you can use in conjunction with this sport. This is the first installment of the ski yoga series, and we're just bringing it back to the basics. Creating a very simple, stretchy flow that you can use as a warm-up, a cool down, or maybe even just on your rest day if you want to keep your body moving and keep it limber. So let's get started. Let's begin today in just a comfortable seat. I really like just easy pose, palms facing up or facing down on the knees. Maybe softening the gaze or closing the eyes. And finding your breath, just inhaling and exhaling, nice and slowly. Beautiful. When we're ready, we can keep the eyes closed or open them and start with some hip circles. So just moving our upper body in a circle. Finding one way, breathing in as we go forward and breathing out as we go back. Beginning that mind-body connection. And let's switch directions. Inhale forward, exhale back. You can go slow or as quickly as you'd like. Now let's make our way to all fours, finding our wrists stacked under shoulders, knees stacked under hips, engaging that core to create a nice tabletop, pushing through the ground with your hands and your feet. This is an active position. On our inhale, let's drop the belly, raising the head and the tailbone for cow. And exhale, bringing the belly back, rounding the shoulders, rounding the back, tucking the tailbone, tucking the forehead for cat. Beautiful, finding your own flow. Inhaling cow and exhaling cat. Just nice and slow and gentle. Remembering to press through those palms, press through the tops of the feet. Now let's start to slowly exaggerate this movement. So on our inhale, we drop down to more of a cobra where our belly and our tops of our thighs and our knees are touching the ground. And as we exhale, we're pushing our heels, we're pushing our butt onto our heels in child's pose. Inhale back to cobra, tops of thighs hit the mat, chest is shining forward, and exhale, pushing back to child's pose. Coming back towards your heels, nice and slow. Finding a nice fluid movement here, just warming up our back, warming up our body. Connecting the body to the breath. Beautiful. On our next inhale, let's come back to all fours. Finding that nice solid foundation in our hands and our knees. Tucking the toes, and then pushing our hips up and back, straightening the legs into downward facing dog. Maybe pedaling one knee, then the other. Really finding movement here. This is our first down dog, so be gentle with yourself. Maybe really bending those knees. Just focusing on that nice straight spine. Strong hands. On our next inhale, let's raise the right leg off of the mat, maybe bending that knee, opening up through the hip, maybe making a couple circles. And when we're ready, bringing that right foot in between our hands, coming to a low lunge, dropping the back knee, rolling the shoulders back, shining the chest forward. A nice, stretchy, low lunge, feeling it on that left hip. Taking a nice big inhale here, and as we exhale, let's straighten the front leg. Putting our backside towards our heels, coming into half splits. Flexing the right foot. And our next inhale, let's flow back to low lunge. And exhale, half splits. Finding your own flow. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half splits. Really helping to release that right hamstring, the left hip. And I just love adding in that extra movement, so we're not just static, we're constantly moving, constantly flowing. Let's make our way back to a low lunge. And we're going to heel toe that right foot so that both hands are inside the foot. That right leg is just propped out towards the side of your mat. You get to decide how far. Finding a nice big stretch here. Maybe bringing the right hand to the right knee and opening that right knee up. You roll onto the side of the right foot, maybe twisting towards that right leg. Remembering to breathe. Great job. All right, let's slowly bring that foot back to center. Our hands are framing the front foot, tucking the back toes. Let's raise that back knee. And using our core muscles, sweeping the arms up overhead into a high lunge. Squeezing an imaginary block in between our hands. We are active here. Nice big inhale. And as we exhale, opening up to our left side, that back leg pivots, coming into warrior two. Bending through that front knee. Arms pulling away from our midline. Maybe gazing over that front middle finger. I'm going to tuck the tailbone slightly. Beautiful. All right. When we're ready, let's straighten that front leg. Pivoting the right foot forward, coming into a nice wide-legged stance. Bring our arms up overhead, and then they come together, hands down through heart center. Let's forward folds, wide-legged straddle. Remembering to breathe, inhale and exhale, maybe finding a little bit of playful movement. Coming from a side lunge, bending one knee, straightening the other. And then switching, maybe using our hands to help walk us over. This always just feels so nice after skiing. Beautiful. Let's come back to a wide-legged forward fold. On our next inhale, flattening out the back, coming to a halfway lift. So our upper portion of our body is parallel to the floor. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, using our core to come all the way back up to high mountain. And exhale, hands down through heart center. Now let's make our way to the other side. So pivoting the left toes to go towards the back of the mat, bending through the left knee, bringing the arms out wide into warrior two. Fingertips reaching away from your chest, away from your body. Finding a point to look at over that left middle finger. Beautiful. Let's sweep the right arm down, pivoting on the back foot, coming to a high lunge, hands over the head, bending towards that front knee. Beautiful. Inhale here, and then exhale, bringing our hands down to the mat. That right knee can drop as we heel toe the left foot over to the side of our mat. Our hands are on the inside of our foot. Let's put our left hand on our left knee and just gently roll to the left side of our left foot. Opening up through that hip, that front hip. Maybe twisting slightly towards our left knee. Welcoming a nice big release in that right hip. When we're ready, let's slowly bring our foot back to the center of our mat, hands frame. Coming into a low lunge, rolling the shoulders back, chest is shining forward. Taking a nice big inhale here and exhale, straightening out the front foot. Pushing our bum back to our heels in half splits. Finding another flow here, inhaling, chest shining forward, low lunge. And exhale, rounding through the back, half splits. Find your own flow here. Inhale forward, exhale back. Beautiful. On our next inhale, let's meet back in low lunge. Let's tuck the right toes underneath. Raising that right knee off the mat as we bring our left leg back and up into three-legged dog. Bending through the knee, giving yourself a nice big side stretch, maybe a couple circles with the knee. And then we can bring that left leg back down to the mat, maybe pedaling through the feet, bending one knee, straightening the other. In downward facing dog, taking a couple breaths here. Now let's slowly, with control, bring our knees back down to our mat in all fours. Bringing our seat back towards our heels, stretching out our hands in child's pose. I really like the wide-legged version of this pose, so bring your knees further apart. Really gives you space to melt down. Taking a few breaths here. Now let's take a moment to walk the fingertips to the right side of the mat. Giving yourself a little nice side stretch through the left side body. Make our way over to the left. Just tiptoeing our fingertips just to the left side of our mat. Nice job, everyone. And just be restful here. All right, let's bring our hands back towards the middle of our mat. Taking just one more breath here. Let's push our way back up to all fours, swinging the legs out to one side, finding yourself in a seated butterfly. So our soles of our feet are together, our knees can be as bent as you'd like, whatever's comfortable for you. When we ski, our feet are taking a lot, so I like to wrap my hands around my feet, bringing my thumbs to the soles of the feet, and just giving myself a little massage, just giving my feet some love. Feels really nice. Remembering to sit up tall, breathe here. Let's bring our left leg out in front of us. Stretched out, flexed foot. Roll the shoulders back. Let's bring our hands to heart center. Taking a nice big inhale here, and as we exhale, twisting towards our right leg. Using our upper body strength, our core strength to twist over. And once you've found the space that you want to be, then releasing our hands down to the ground, maybe down to our leg. Finding a nice gentle twisting. Let's take a nice big inhale here, and exhale, slowly come back down to center. Lengthening through our spine and hinging from the hips, coming to just a forward fold. Doesn't have to be very far. Hands can reach towards the floor. Just stretching our hamstrings, releasing any tension that they may have. Beautiful. On our next inhale, let's bring our torso back up to center and swap out our feet. So left foot comes to the inside of our right leg, which is extended. Right foot is flexed. Rolling the shoulders back, hands come to heart center. Taking a nice big inhale here to lengthen through the crown of our head. And as we exhale, twisting towards the left, using our core strength to twist us. And once we've found a point that's comfortable, then releasing our hands down to the ground. Or they can come to your knee. As we inhale, I want us to imagine our spine is lengthening, and as we exhale, just melting further into the twist. Whether that's physically or mentally, up to you. Taking a nice big inhale and exhale back to center. And forward fold, hinging from the hips, folding towards that right leg. Just taking a moment here to breathe. And let yourself relax into the pose. Taking a nice big inhale and exhale back up, seated. Make our way to our back, slowly rolling all the way back down to our mat. Maybe bringing our knees with us, knees to chest. Maybe coming side to side, giving our back a nice little massage. Let's bring the soles of our feet down to the ground and get ready for a supine figure 4. Our right ankle is going to come to our left knee, opening up through the right hip. Here is a great place to stay with our feet on the ground, or if you'd like a little bit more of a stretch, hanging onto that left knee, bringing it towards our chest. Beautiful job. Let's release our hands from our knees to bring that left foot back down to the ground and swapping sides. Our left ankle comes to our right knee, opening up that left knee. Give us a nice good hip stretch, hip release. Stay here if you'd like, or maybe grabbing onto the right knee, pulling it in towards the chest. Just a little extra stretch if you're feeling it today. Noticing how our breath is affected when we're on the ground. It's very restful. Great job. Let's release our foot back down to the ground, both feet. Maybe pulling in the knees to the chest one last time, giving yourself a nice big hug. Thank yourself for showing up today, for your body, for your mind. Rolling side to side, massaging the spine, taking any last minute poses you'd like before we do a few minutes of Shavasana. When you are ready, let's find a comfortable laying position in Shavasana. Give yourself plenty of space. The feet can splay open, hands away from the body. Letting your breath slow down. Shavasana is one of the most important, if not the most important part of yoga, I believe. It's where all of your practice is able to settle into your body. Sometimes, especially with action sports, skiing, it's really easy to just get caught in the go, go, go. Sometimes we just need to let our body rest, our mind rest. Let the thoughts flow in and flow out without any judgment. Just be here and just breathe. Letting our body melt into the mat. Focusing on our breath. As we lay here in Shavasana for the next few minutes.
Let's slowly start bringing sensation back into our body, wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes, bringing movement back into our legs and our arms, deepening our breath. Maybe bringing the arms above our head, giving ourselves a nice big stretch from the tips of our fingers to our tips of our toes. Beautiful. Rolling to one side of your choice, coming into a fetal position. Staying here for just a breath or two, listening to the sound of your heart, the sound of your breath. Slowly pushing up towards a seated position, keeping the eyes closed or soft. Finding ourselves in the same position we began our practice in. Just a nice, easy pose. Bringing our arms up overhead, palms come together, down through heart center. Taking one last big breath together. Inhale through the nose and exhale loudly through the mouth. Let it out. Let's do one more. Inhale through the nose. Holding at the top and exhale. Great job. Slowly, let's open our eyes, come back into our space. Thank you so much for joining me today for this simple flow. I hope you can come back to it anytime you feel like your body just needs a little bit of an extra stretch. Head to the Knack for Adventure YouTube page if you'd like to check out a couple short ski flows. And thanks so much for watching. Keep on crushing.